Before we dive into the alternate timeline, we need to understand why Rome fell. Because the what if only works if we know what went wrong. Rome didn't collapse overnight. It was a slow death, centuries of internal chaos, corrupt emperors, economic collapse, and endless barbarian invasions. By the end, the Western Roman Empire was a shadow of itself. But here's the thing, it almost didn't happen. There were three critical moments where Rome could have been saved. Three decisions, three battles, three turning points, where one different choice would have changed everything. So let's rewind the clock and fix them. Scenario 1. The Visigoths are at Rome's borders, fleeing from the Huns. In our timeline, Rome let them in, and it was a disaster. The Visigoths rebelled, crushed the Roman army, and killed the emperor. But what if Rome said no? What if they reinforced the borders, maintained discipline, and pushed the Visigoths back? No broken army, no open door for every barbarian tribe in Europe. In this timeline, Rome survives its first critical test. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Because a surviving Rome doesn't just mean Latin is still spoken. It means the entire course of human civilization changes. If Rome never fell, there are no Dark Ages. Think about what that means. The Dark Ages were a catastrophic loss of knowledge, technology, and civilization. Libraries burned, roads crumbled, science died. In a Roman world, none of that happens. Roman engineering was already building aqueducts, heated floors, and concrete structures we still can't fully replicate today. With centuries more of continuous development, Rome might have already invented the steam engine long before we did. The Industrial Revolution that changed our world could have happened hundreds of years earlier. We could be nearly 1,000 years ahead of where we are today. Space travel? We might already have colonies on Mars right now. Before we get to what the world looks like today in this alternate timeline, if you're finding this fascinating, hit subscribe. We post historical what-if scenarios every week, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So, what does the world look like in a timeline where Rome never fell? First, there's one global language, Latin. No French, no Spanish, no Portuguese. Just one language connecting billions of people. Communication barriers? Gone. Second, there's one global legal system. Roman law was so advanced that most of today's legal systems are already based on it. Imagine if it had over 1,000 more years to develop. Universal human rights might have existed centuries ago. Third, and this is the big one, there might never have been a World War I or World War II. Why? Because those wars happened because of competing European nations. But in a Roman world, there are no nations. There's only Rome. No borders, no nationalism, no broken empires fighting each other. Tens of millions of people who died in those wars? They might have lived. They might have been your ancestors. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not everything would be better. Rome was built on slavery. A massive portion of its population were enslaved people. If Rome never fell, when does slavery end? Would it ever end? And what about the cultures Rome never conquered? The Americas, Africa, Asia. In our timeline, they developed independently. In a Roman world, Rome might have gotten there first. Is that better or worse? History isn't black and white. Even our darkest timelines have silver linings, and even the perfect ones have shadows.